Shalom Aleichem. Peace be upon you. Hallelujah. All praises to the Most High Yahuwah through his son Yahushua HaMashiach. It's your brother UncleK, and we're back with another one. I hope you're having a Baruch day, and I hope right now you have a sound mind and a sound heart. Now, before we get into the content, like the content, share the content, and comment down below. And if you're not a supporter, then become a supporter right now. I just advise you to tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. So let's get into it. It's very pivotal that we look at things from a spiritual perspective rather than looking at things always from a physical perspective. And the reason for this is pretty simple. Because the Most High, He made things spiritual first before He made them physical. His spirit hovered over the waters. He spoke things into existence. So we must look at things from that spiritual perspective, because all things happen spiritually before it happens physically. So when you're taking care of yourself spiritually, that means physically your health is going to be much better. Down to the ways that you think, your mindset, the way that you move, the way that you pinpoint certain things, the things that you perceive is much deeper. You receive more clarity when you look at things from a spiritual lens. You see, looking at it from that perspective, we realize that all components and all things was made spiritually as well too. Down to the air that we breathe. Science could identify the compounds that's in these elements and things of that nature. They have the science to understand those things, but without the Most High, you wouldn't even have any understanding. You won't even know how to gather those compounds if the Most High never designed it that way. It's not wise for a man to worship things that's materialistic, right? Even down to the cars. The Most High created all those compounds, all those metals, all those things that's used for engineering. He designed those things from a micro level in order for man to gather it together and to make these complex materials. And now we're able to drive to where we need to go and where we need to be. Man hasn't created things by himself. Man is not the original architect. It's the Most High. The Most High Yah. The Most High Yahuwah. He's the architect. He created everything with just speech. All these compounds was already on the earth. Everything. Now the reason why I'm stating that we must look at things from a spiritual perspective rather than looking at it always from a physical perspective is because when you train, that teaches you how to have more self-control, more discipline, more control overall, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. When you look at it in that sense, when you look at it from training from a spiritual lens, you start to have more control over your life. Because it's not wise for a man to be under a bar that's 200 pounds plus, and he racked that weight off the bar, and he drops it down on his chest extremely fast. That's not wise. You took that bar off the hinges. You're supposed to come down nice and slow and controlled. because you're trying to get the most out of it. That right there, that's gonna make you much stronger spiritually, because spiritually you're patient, and you know that it takes patience for the man to grow. You can't be out here rushing things in life. That's why having a strong body is better than having the riches of the world with a body that's full of afflictions. The world tell you to chase money and take care of your health later. You better take care of your health and be content with what it is that you're earning, for real. But training is extremely important, because when you're doing it from a spiritual lens, you get so much out of it physical. And then when you are taking the steps that you learned spiritually and using it physically, then you're gonna get better overall. That's why you shouldn't be rushing your training as well too. See, when you train, it just creates a very healthy mental state. Right? That's why I promote free weights rather than machines. Because machines, you're sitting down and it's already controlled in a position for you. When the Most High says you gotta work out your salvation with fear and trembling, just because you are living a righteous life and you have the Ruach HaKodesh, you still have to work out your salvation. You still have to showcase those fruits. So that means you have to work on your self-control. You still gotta work on yourself. You still gotta be swift to hear, slow to speak, and slow to wrath. You still gotta be patient with opportunities that you're waiting for in life to happen. That's why spiritual life and training go hand in hand. Even if you not trying to train with weights and you just trying to do body weight, that's fine. Either or. When you get on that bar and it's time for you to do a pull-up, train different. Going up and fast reps on the bar in calisthenics, like, to me, that's a little corny. I'm not bashing anybody that's doing it, but to me, to get the most out of it is nice and slow. Take your time with it. Take your time going up, get that nice contraction, get that good squeeze, and take your time going down. You're not gonna get a whole bunch of reps, but you're gonna get quality. And when you get quality, that's when you get that build. Right? Now, when you're continuously training in that sense, because you adapted that mindset spiritually, now those reps are gonna increase slowly but gradually. And you're content with what it is that you're doing. You're not letting nobody steer you in the wrong direction, because you're working on that control. And now by you able to control that body, now you got more self-control, because now you're taking it slow. See, that's why training, like I said, is a very important thing. Even down to living this chase life. You got to understand that the compound that's in your body, it shouldn't be looked at as just a physical thing. It should be looked at as a spiritual thing, because it brings forth life. When you give this seed to your wife, it brings forth life. Only the Most High could bring forth life. If the Most High didn't want to bring forth life with your seed, you could inseminate your wife's womb, even if you've been holding on for dear life, and he could reject that. But by you looking at it spiritually and doing it spiritually, he could bless that. For real. Bless the Most High. Baruch the Most High. Bless his name. For real. Ask him to bless that seed in your body too, to help you be functional out here. Real talk. When you look at it spiritually, you realize that testosterone doesn't drop. It only drops when you start falling away, when you start being unhealthy, when you start having a negative mindset, an unhealthy mindset. When you have a spiritual mind, you have the mind of Yahusha, which is the head of man. So you have the mind, right? Yahusha was an overcomer. He overcame a lot. He was slow to speak even when they was trying to persecute him. When it's time for him to finish his work, he was slow to speak. He was real calm. He wasn't even being rude because the word was made flesh. So he is the word. That's why you gotta be in that word. Word. Man. Hey, I hope y'all really having a Baruch day for real. So you gotta sit with the Most High, get that meditation. Because it's extremely important that we look at things spiritually. Can't be out here. It's time for you to take a shower and you rushing in that water. That water is so Baruch. That water is so blessed. Be thankful for that water that's hitting that body. Even if it's a cold shower, take your time. After a while, them cold showers start feeling good. Because it's not freezing water. If your body temperature is naturally at 98, anything that's cooler than 98, 95 degrees is gonna feel a little cold, right? You're not going in freezing water. For real, don't get it twisted, man. Cold, I wanna just put this out here too. Cold water immersion is water that's extremely cold. That's the type of water that stunts muscle growth. A cold shower is anywhere from 60 degrees. That's not freezing water, so that's not gonna stunt muscle growth. That's actually gonna help circulation. That's gonna help fatigue and other psychological things. But other than that, look at that water as something that's spiritual, because it is. The Most High divided the waters from the heavens. That's where we're able to look up and see that the skies is blue. The water is not blue, but there's compounds in the water that by reflecting off the sun rays, it comes out blue. You see, the Most High, he ain't gonna tell you any of this in these scriptures, but he's gonna leave the blueprint and things out here so we can find it out and then put it together and then make things out of it and to discover things. Because he's very mysterious. He creates things very wonderful and he doesn't go amiss. The Most High is very marvelous in his ways, right? He's the best father any man can ask for real. So we must look at things from a spiritual lens. When you look at things from that perspective, your days will be much better. You'll be able to forgive those that trespass against you, right? You'll be able to forgive how someone treated you, family or past friends, past acquaintances, people that wronged you. You know, you start moving with more love, more forgiveness. You're not anxious no more. No matter what warfare may be going on around you, you're not anxious no more. Because now you're not wrestling with the flesh. You're not wrestling so much. You're 100% submissive to the spirit, right? Or the Most High. Right? You submit to those principles rather than trying to fight with principalities that's down here in the physical flesh. Because you have authority already to tread over snakes and scorpions. So when you always look at things like that, you're going to be overcoming in all facets of your life. And us as men, we always got work to do. Just because you make this lifestyle change, it doesn't mean that everything is going to be 100% perfect. When you look at it spiritually, that's when things can start feeling like it's perfect. Because the Most High could really bless you. But when you're so caught up in it physically, that's when you're going to have a lot of hardships. That's when you're going to actually start tempting yourself because you're looking at it from a flesh perspective. That's why the Most High says, when a man falls back into lust, you know, he basically gave him over to his own desires. When a man falls in his own lust, he's giving over to your own lust, man. That's why you got to flee fornication. You got to flee that. You got to flee that uncleanness of the mind, that uncleanness of the heart. And you got to take your time. So if you haven't adapted that mindset, start adapting it now. Because it could save your life. It could actually make your time much more worthy. When you start doing it like that and thinking like that, your days might feel so much better by you thinking about things spiritually rather than thinking about things physically. Right? Thinking about why people are treating me this way, and you think it's only because of what you're doing physically. It's what you're doing spiritually as well too. Are you having a negative mindset? Are you not being optimistic about life? Are you constantly backsliding in some type of iniquity? Are you speaking life? Are you speaking death? What are you thinking about? Are you rebuking thoughts that's intrusive, that's unclean? Are you rebuking those things? Are you spending time watching healthy things that's edifying to your mind? Are you learning things? Or are you trying to rush things and trying to get it overnight? Are you content with the progress that you're making? You got to check all of those. You got to check all of that. You got to check yourself before you try to check anyone else. For real. Because when you move like that, no matter where you at in the world, people are going to actually be a little bit more receptive to you. Because you bring peace. You don't bring hostility into the situation. And we know that in this world, everyone is going through things. So when you start thinking like that everyone in this world is going through something. You're going through something as well too, but the way that you're going about it is much more different than how someone else is going about it. So when someone is reacting a certain kind of way toward you, you shouldn't be mad or pissed off. You should realize that that person probably going through something, and he or she doesn't know how to express themselves or know how to control that emotion, right? And you see, emotions as well too, that's something that's spiritual too, because it's something that you feel, right? It's something that you feel. And if you can feel, in a sense, to me, that is spiritual. Because it's something you can feel. And I'm talking about like inner things. That's spiritual to me. Things that you can feel with your hands and touch and things like that. Yeah, that's definitely physical, because you can't touch an emotion. You can feel it coming up. And, that's you. And you got to know yourself spiritually, because you have a soul, right? So you should know how to control that, how to seize that, how to handle that, and how to give that burden. So, yeah, take your time, man. Weight training teaches you a lot. Teaches you so much when you start controlling that bar, start controlling the free weights. Take your time, bringing it down. Take your time, bringing it back up. Same thing with the dumbbells. You doing side laterals, take your time going up, take your time coming down. It don't matter what weight you can control. 30-pound dumbbell side laterals, yeah, they might be a little heavy at first, but by you keep controlling it and bringing it down slowly, them fibers gonna get stronger. And you're gonna realize what I mean, as you get stronger when you look at things from a spiritual perspective. Seriously. Take your time, don't rush. Get that quality. Stop worrying about the quantity. Focus on quality. Because when you're doing quality things, that's when you're gonna look like a masterpiece. The Most High, He's all about quality. He's not about quantity. When Abraham was in Sodom and Gomorrah and it was time for them to leave, he was about to destroy the city. Abraham said, is there at least 50 righteous? He kept going lower and lower with the numbers. He said, I shall not destroy it if there's 50. He went down to 40, 30, 20, 10. He went to 5. The Most High said, even with the lower numbers, He said, if there's that much, I will not destroy the city. You see that, right? He's worried. He's looking for quality. The Most High don't care about how many numbers. He cares about who's coming to serve Him, who's going to be patient, Who wants that quality? And he's gonna give you that quality. But if you out here trying to go and get it, you trying to rush it, you're not gonna get quality. You might pull something, and then you're gonna have to take time off. So you gotta take your time, fellas. To living this chase life, you gotta understand that it's spiritual. All the foods that we eat in order to produce more fluids and to increase hormonal production, luteinizing hormone, that LH, you know what I'm saying? All those things, man, all those compounds, all those foods, the pomegranate, the garlic, the raw honey, you know, the shilajit, you know what I'm saying? All that. That sea moss, all that is from the Most High. That maca root, you know what I'm saying? All that. All that. That ginseng, all that. That hawthorn berry, that ashwagandha, all that. He made all that for us, man. Gotta look at it spiritually and be thankful. For real. I hope you've been edified. Shalom Aleichem. Peace be upon you. Hallelujah. All praises to the Most High Yahuwah through His Son Yahushua HaMashiach. It's your brother UncleK. I'm glad y'all tapped into another one. Like, share, comment down below, and if you're not a supporter, become a supporter right now. I just advise you to tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. Continue to have a Baruch day, keep a sound mind and a sound heart, and I'll see you soon, Most High willing. But for now, peace.